I often wonder what the religious drivers behind my atheism cures religious terrorism bumper sticker think when the only person driving at the speed limit is an atheist. The only one on the road following the rules is the goddamn atheist. Those snobbish atheists always following their rules. Wait a minute. Aren't they the ones always accusing us of wanting to dodge the rules? I know I can't speak for all atheists being good drivers because I have not yet driven next to a single driver on the road who does the speed limit, and I know at least 2 to 15% of these drivers must be atheists, so it's not that. But still, you'd think the Yahweh Christ followers would try to drive better, since they are always trying to claim themselves as better people. Until you point out that that's what they're doing, then their story changes to, we're just weak, simple humans too, but believing in the myth still makes us better than you. But we don't ever seem to get any measurable or consistent evidence or messages from any of their words compared to their actions, now do we? But I'm not really talking about that right now. It's just the frustrating realization that practically every driver on the road does not deserve to survive the car crashes they inevitably will cause. May they, and only they, experience excruciating pain. I don't actually mean that. It was just my exaggerated, angry human monkey frustration speaking. We all do this kind of mental violence to blow off steam when we know we will never actually cause pain to other people, even when we know they deserve it. Because even an atheist knows there are more important reasons than divine threats to not harm or kill each other. But I'm not talking about that either. Any atheists out there with bumper stickers, I know we don't have any creed holding us together, we don't have any reason to relate to each other besides responding to religious bigotry targeted specifically at non-believers, and fighting back against the harm caused by those kinds of teaching that comes from gods that no one has ever bothered to show conclusively to the entire world. But not every atheist is required to do that either. But for those of us who have bumper stickers and really want to kick some people in the pants, do your best to drive the speed limit. Piss off that asshole who's riding your ass by slowing down a few kilometers or miles. Make sure they know that they, in replacement of he or she, which is just annoying to have to keep saying, they are the real dick here, and they are the one who will cause more accidents by speeding and rushing and being impatient than the driver doing a decent speed, being patient and courteous, leaving space between them and the car ahead. But I recommend that to all drivers, believer or not. The rules aren't there to make you look like a square, but to make you not look like a fucking moron. We need to know that you aren't going straight in a left turn lane. You still need to signal, you worthless shit pile. Driver's rage. But if it turns out the bad driver is a believer, and you're being a good driver, and have an atheist bumper sticker on, it's like bonus achievement points. Christian guilt, 45 gamer points, or whatever. It might make them think a little bit about what makes them any different from us non-believers. And that's really the ultimate goal. So what do you think? I know just by the odds that most of you out there who will respond are probably speeders yourself. For shame. Why? What's the point? You that desperate for an accident just to get there a half-second faster, tests have shown, than the guy beside you who doesn't gun it and tail every driver he's behind? You may try to defend yourselves, and that's all fine and good, but there's never a good excuse to speed besides a true emergency, and there's never ever a good excuse to tailgate someone. If you're that interested in getting up someone's ass, stop being such a loser and just go home and watch porn. Anyway, I'm interested to see if this is a trend among atheists, like being good, decent drivers who open up space at clogged intersections, let people in from parking lots if there's no reason not to. Or was I just raised by a mom who was a very good driver and everyone else's parents suck at driving, or whoever taught them? People have to remember they're using big, heavy chunks of moving metal at high speeds. There are things that we need to watch out for, like not riding someone's ass, leaving a lot of space between you and the car in front of you because you never know when that car might unexpectedly hit the brakes, and then your stupid ass gets thrown through the windshield because of your worthless impatience. But drivers seem to just rebel, like they never grew out of that stage when most of them were still 16, still learning how to drive, and trying to show off to their friends. They probably associate this kind of show-off behavior with driving for the rest of their lives. And that's sad. Maybe getting my license at 22 past my teenage ego phases without any ego association involved with my getting my license is why I never felt that way when I learned to drive. Not to mention being driven to chemotherapy every day for several months. I had leukemia back in 2000 at the age of 20. I'm cured, no worries. Driven by a mom who insisted on giving me lessons about driving as we went whenever I was still awake. That and a lot of, see what that asshole did? Don't do that, this is why. Not to mention the videos and tests I saw during my driving classes about the Autobahn, that German road, where there is no speed limit and I guess it spans several hours or days of driving time, either just through Germany or through several countries. I can't remember. Their destination was somewhere near the top of Italy, so I'm guessing a few days trip. They set up two cars, one speeding the whole way and one driving a steady, safer speed. Because of the other drivers on the road and just traffic flow and whatever, they both ended up getting to the destination only 20 minutes or so apart from each other. The speeder was first, but he had to stop and pay for gas way more often, and his brakes were way more worn out. It's just not worth it when you add on the potential to slaughter another human being. So again, I encourage all drivers out there, especially those atheists with atheist bumper stickers, to really just to drive that nail in a little bit deeper. Stop intentionally trying to show that you are fucking morons and that you actually know how to drive and not be selfishly impatient for your own absolutely worthless, stupid reasons. Piss off the drivers who ride your ass by slowing down a few clicks and making it near impossible for them to pass you. If you can. It's not your fault they're morons. But don't do this, obviously, if you're in a dangerous neighborhood. Of course, I wouldn't recommend that. But still, be a decent driver. Don't be a fucking moron.